Soldier Boy just sat up from the dead with his eyes closed. Is he a zombie? Is the virus useless? And is Butcher about to doom the entire planet? Let's break it down right now. What's up, everyone? The Boys Season 5 just kicked off with 2 absolutely insane episodes, and we need to talk about what's coming next. Episode 3 is right around the corner, and I've got some wild theories that are gonna blow your mind. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. You've been warned. Okay, so the biggest question everyone's asking right now is simple. Is Soldier Boy actually dead? At the end of Episode 2, we all watched him collapse after being exposed to the virus. Mother's milk confirmed the kill. Homelander stood there mourning his father like a broken little boy. It was over, right? Wrong, because just as Homelander turned his back, Soldier Boy's body sat straight up, eyes closed, no movement, just sitting there like some kind of horrifying puppet. Now, a lot of people think he's been turned into some kind of virus-controlled zombie, and yeah, that's creepy as hell, but I think something completely different is happening here. Here's my theory. Soldier Boy isn't dead because he can't die.
Listen, we know that Soldier Boy was injected with the original compound V1 back in the 1940s. This isn't the same juice that modern soups like Homelander got. V1 is described as making people borderline immortal. It stops aging, it heals insane damage. So what if the virus that Butcher created, the same virus that worked on every other soup, just doesn't work on V1 soups? If you go back and watch the trailer for the rest of the season, you can actually see shots of Soldier Boy looking completely fine again. He's back on his feet. He's talking to Homelander. He's survived. So here's what I think happens next. Soldier Boy is going to show up at Homelander's door, fully recovered. And at first, Homelander's going to be pissed because his dad just walked into a deadly trap without warning. But once they get past that anger, they're going to realize something huge. V1 makes you immune to the virus. And that's when Homelander's going to lose his mind trying to find more V1 to inject into himself. Because right now, he's terrified. For the first time in his life, he knows something out there can actually kill him. And he can't handle that. But even if Homelander finds V1, his mental state is collapsing fast.
We saw him sitting alone in his room, surrounded by dead bodies, people he murdered just because they liked a Starlight post. We saw him physically hitting himself out of frustration. This man has fallen apart. Sister Sage made him promise not to go crazy when Soldier Boy died. And what do you think is about to happen in Episode 3 when he thinks his dad is still dead? Oh, hell is gonna break loose. I'm talking massacre-level violence. I'm talking Homelander finally snapping and just wiping out entire city blocks. He's done trying to be loved. Now, he just wants to make people fear him. And you know who's at the top of his hit list? The Deep. I honestly think the Deep is gonna die this season. Homelander has zero respect for him. The dude literally peed his pants out of fear. And we all know what Homelander does to people who embarrass him. The Deep wants out, but there's no escape. Homelander's gonna kill him. It's just a question of when. Now let's talk about Butcher, because this man has officially lost his mind. When the team finds out that Soldier Boy survived the virus, they're gonna have 2 options.
Option 1, work with Samir to create a new virus that can kill V1 soups. Option 2, Butcher says screw it and just releases the current virus anyway. And knowing Butcher, he's 100% going with option 2. He doesn't care if Homelander becomes immune. He doesn't care if the virus kills innocent soups. He doesn't even care if the entire planet burns. All he wants is to stand over Homelander's corpse and say, I won. But here's where things get messy, because Annie and Kimiko, they're actually okay with this plan. They both said that 10,000 soup lives aren't worth more than 8 billion human lives. They're willing to die if it means stopping Homelander. But Hughie is not okay with it. Hughie's always been the moral center of the group, and the idea of Butcher deliberately killing Annie, the love of his life, is a line he's not going to cross. I think Hughie's going to finally grow a backbone and stand up to Butcher. And here's the bombshell I think he's going to drop. He's going to tell Samir that Butcher killed Victoria Newman.
Think about it. Samir's only helping Butcher because he thinks Homelander killed her. If he finds out the truth, he's done. He'll stop working on the virus immediately. And that's when the team fully fractures. Frenchie, Mother's Milk, Hughie, they're all going to turn against Butcher because he's not a hero anymore. He's a monster, just like Homelander. Oh, and one more thing before we wrap up. Remember Cindy, the girl who can make your head explode just by looking at you? We've been seeing her pop up since Season 2. She escaped the facility, she showed up at the end of Season 4, and Butcher just fought her in Episode 1. She got away. And I'm telling you right now, she's coming back. Her powers are way too insane for that to be her last appearance. She's going to play a major role before this season ends. Mark my words. So, to recap, Soldier Boy is alive because V1 makes him immune. Homelander's about to go on a killing spree. Butcher's plan is going to tear the team apart. Hughie's finally going to stand up, and Cindy's coming back. Episode 3 is going to be insane, and I cannot wait. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Soldier Boy is really immune, or is he actually a zombie? Will Homelander find V1? And is Butcher going to doom everyone? Drop your craziest theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a spoiler zone video. I'll see you in the next one.